Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Today I'm going to be giving you a channeled message basically from an ascended master, but I want to show you something first. So I have kind of a group of spirit guides that are interested in letting me channel them for messages, and some of these guides are ones that I've channeled before and some of them are new to me. So I just want to show you. So today we're doing Lao-Tzu. But other messages that will be forthcoming in the next, I don't know, in the weeks and months to follow. Lord Maitreya, who is new to me. Archangel Raziel, who is new to me. I channeled Ganesha before, but Ganesha's coming back forward. This is a new guide to me. So Egyptian god Geb. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Lakshmi, new to me. Kansu. It's funny, Kansu, I know, but I never channel him, so it's really good that he's coming forward. The Buddha. I've never channeled the Buddha. That's new to me. Shiva, I have channeled before. Amaterasu, I've channeled before. And I'll just show you a couple more of these. Lady Nada wants to come forward. Merlin Saint Germain. I mean, my goodness, how long is it going to take me to get these messages? I'm actually trying to. Archangel Uriel. I'm trying to do these one a day, which is probably more ambitious than I should be. Kuan Yin, which is funny because I just spent time with Kuan Yin very recently, as you'll notice from my last video. But she's like, hey, come back around, stop by again. And then I have Archangel Ariel, and I have White Eagle. So it's a ton of guides, but basically my goal is to try to just get channeled messages from them for you to kind of support you on your energetic and spiritual journey. If I don't know the guide, I am going to take a second to be like, hey, let me feel your energy, which whenever I do that, it always takes longer to get to the channeled message, but it's always, I love, understanding their energy more and knowing what they feel like. So for Lao-Tzu, so any of you who are not familiar with him, he is well, in this incarnation, he was a Chinese philosopher. And so he is one of my guides. He is an incarnation of Metatron. And he's constantly giving me advice because he's like the master of how to go with the flow. How to accept and how to go with the flow. And this is something that I'm learning in this lifetime. And so he comes to me a lot to give me messages. So I want to share this message with you. And hopefully there's something in it that resonates with you that you can take with you to help support yourself. So Lao-Tzu says, when you resist the circumstances of your life, you give up your power. Do not spend your time and energy bemoaning your struggles. While you are being angry or frustrated or sad, there is no energy to see solutions or to gain wisdom. Do not resist the circumstances of your life. These circumstances are not accidental. They are yours by design. You are given struggles in the areas where you are yet weak. You must change your perspective to see that you are not helpless and that a situation is not hopeless, even if it is not something that you can change. By changing your perspective, you change what you control about unchangeable situations. I'm going to say it one more time. By changing your perspective, you change what you can control about unchangeable situations. Your perspective is your power. If you expect to persevere through many challenges, you will need power. And if you need power in a situation that is unchangeable, then you need a new perspective. This is the correct strategy for resilience. Be ambitious about the power that you hold. Or even when it feels like, I have typos here, I'm sorry. Be ambitious about the power that you hold. For even when it feels like there is nothing you can do to change the situation, self-empowerment is always an option. Self-empowerment leads to changes in you and changes in the world, even if it cannot change the very circumstance that motivated you to empower yourself. You must release your resistance to suffering. Suffering is not your enemy. Suffering is the wise man's teacher. Release your desire to hide from difficulties. Release your desire to feel helpless in the face of difficulties. Release the emotional immaturity that holds you in these patterns. Emotional immaturity is found in your reactions when you have not gained enough wisdom in that area yet. Do not let your emotions control your reactions. If you are controlled by your emotions, how will you ever choose what is in your best interests? Do not be thrown off by suffering. Do not be thrown off by challenges. If you are facing a struggle, first, find inner balance. Do not fear. Do not shrink back. Realize that you can learn to be adaptable. You can learn to face these situations without resistance. How you perceive your circumstances will become your truth. You may be a bird, but if you believe you cannot fly, you will stay on the ground and never know flight. Being inspired by these words, typo. Be inspired by these words to heal where you have resistance. No matter how deep the trauma, you can be restored. Nothing is ever truly lost. The heart can recover, and the heart can be renewed. You have done this before. You know how to change your perspective into something higher. And so when Lao-Tzu says this last part, when he's talking to me, he's like, you've done this before. You know how to do this. You know how to change your perspective to something higher. And then I'm like, but have I done this before in 3D? Because everything's harder on a 3D planet. And Lao-Tzu said, it was funny because he paused for a second and he's like, no. It was like a little no. But, he says, but there must be a first time for everything. He is smiling, a knowing smile, a mischievous smile. He has already seen the future when I will accomplish this. But to me, it has not occurred yet. And so he's playing with me, and I'm just asking him, hey, how far? I'm like, if I'm going to figure this out, if I'm going to become an expert in this, how far in the future is that? I'm like, is that this lifetime? And he was like, no. He's like, no, but you can change the future anytime you want to. I am here to make sure that you do not forget that. First, you must stop resisting. You are angry that someone did not make this path easier for you by teaching you and supporting you as a child. He's talking to me. How would you believe us that you could do this on your own? that you did not need anyone else to support you unless that was what you experienced. Do not be angry about what has already been. Anger is resisting. We gave you exactly what you needed. You have the power to love yourself, and you have the power to be the leader you wish that you had had. Remember, you wanted to be like Yeshua. Amun-Ra told you that you must learn patience, perseverance, and leadership. It was by design that you should have to wait through your childhood, that you should have to persevere again and again, only to discover that you need to be that leader. Everything about your life will return to those 3 lessons again and again because you wanted it. I love you. Every struggle you are given is an opportunity. We do nothing to harm you and everything to build you up into the soul that you want to be. Change cannot come without struggle. Expect the struggle and use your perspective to recognize it as love from us. And so it's interesting because when Lao-Tzu, when he said that, expect the struggle and use your perspective to recognize the struggle is in your life as learning opportunities because we love you, because this is what you wanted, because this is going to help you grow, that kind of thing. When Lao-Tzu said that, he really truly meant that, and he gave me like this love energy, and it made me cry when he said it. When he's like, recognize this as love from us, and I felt his love, and it made me cry, and I felt it healing something in my heart chakra. Um, I just kind of want to. I really like the idea of each of you reaching out to your spirit guides to interact with them and to experience them. And so, if you would like to right now, I'm just going to see if Lao-Tzu can come and take a look at all of our heart chakras because, they're always kind of a mess, right? Lao-Tzu, do you want to come forward? Because he's an incarnation of Metatron, I tend to feel him on this right side of me where Metatron is, and Yeshua, and all the other incarnations of Metatron. So, if you would like Lao-Tzu to join you now um, to help you with your heart chakra, and go ahead and just acknowledge that in your mind or out loud, and he will join you now as well. And for anyone who has said yes, Lao-Tzu, we're asking that you assist us with releasing trauma or resistance in the heart chakra. So, whatever you can do for each person that is the most beneficial for them and their greatest and highest good. Let's go ahead and please initiate that now. As I was speaking to you, I got a little emotional, so he was already like tugging on stuff. So whatever you remove, it's already ready to go. Okay. So if you have traumas that you've already processed that just never fully released from you, even though they were ready to come off of you, that's what he's going to remove off of you now. So theoretically, it shouldn't necessarily cause you to cry or have an emotional reaction. If you're sensitive to energy, it might feel a little uncomfortable. Like for me right now, um, I can feel something in like going all the way through my back, through my chest. It's making it feel like it's a little bit hard to breathe, or yeah, it's something. Well, how long has that been there? it's funny because we have all these traumas that we don't know they're there until we can feel it, right? Um, and what I try to explain to other people is that each of your chakras are only going to present you with the trauma that is ready to come off of you at that time. So each of your chakras, it's like this spinning wheel. It's like a spinning portal, is what it really is. Portal. And so it connects back to all of your past lifetimes. And so, you know, you can go get Reiki done, you can go have a healing done, you can listen to your singing bowls, or and everything can get really balanced and really clear. And then the next day it's like, there's a little something in there that's kind of blocking things up again. And it's because we are always in the cycle of clearing and then something new coming in to be cleared. So don't be discouraged if you feel like you're always balancing yourself and you're always processing trauma. It's completely normal to process big things and small things, and then more stuff shows up. And this is okay because all of it is progress. All of it is good. You're going to be so excited later at the end of your life when you look back and you're like, man, look at all that. Look at all that trauma I got rid of. And some of it you will have been, holding on to for hundreds of lifetimes or thousands of lifetimes. Who knows? And so it's good to finally clear these things because it's going to help you raise your vibration. It's going to help you to not fall into like detrimental karmic patterns. Um, it's just all kinds of benefit for you. If it feels a little uncomfortable, feel free to take like some extra deep breaths. While Lao-Tzu is doing this, I want to actually talk to you about a brand new service that we have. So this is called Isis Healing. So Isis is an Egyptian goddess. She's the goddess of a lot of things, but the things that come to mind are goddess of healing, goddess of magic. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting something. That's all I can remember right now. She's going to have to be mad at me. Um, So let me tell you about this service because this healing is different from the other services that we offer. Let me pull up this. So what takes place in this clearing is there's energy work done to clear any blocks to the work and to allow for the highest possible outcome. So part of the things that get done during the healing is release of negative thought patterns. So think about that. If you're struggling with not just negative thoughts, but like a certain pattern of them where you always feel a certain way, like maybe you always have a struggle come forward, and every time the struggle comes forward, you feel like, there's nothing I can do. Like I can't fix this. You feel powerless or some other kind of thought pattern like that that's not helping you to move forward. Um, This is one of Susan's sessions, by the way. She also does clearing of low vibrational energies, trauma removal, yay, which is any trauma that's ready to be removed at that point. She does an energetic healing to make sure everything's functioning well with your chakras. And she clears energetic scarring. So, let me tell you more. The other part of this session with Isis is connecting with Isis's energy. And so this is really important. So Susan, my business partner, will work with your higher self to open up a connection between you and the goddess Isis to allow her to work on your energy. So this allows her to activate and support and strengthen what she knows that you need to help you move forward. Um, there is channeled music that comes with this session. So the channeled music is specific to connecting with Isis. We provide you with information about how often to use the music and what intentions go along with that music. And so that music is used to help connect you again with her energies to bring those into you. And so this is not just like a single how do I say it? I want to say this is not just a single session. I mean, it is a single session. Like you're only going to have Susan, set up that session for you once, but the healing needs to take place over a long period of time. And so whenever we're doing healing over a longer period of time, it's done that way because it's a large amount of work that's being done, and it needs to be broken down into smaller pieces so that it's not so disruptive to the person. You can't just shove all these energies at them in a single time. Um, and so there's a Zoom session with this call as well. Does anybody else feel pressure in your heart? My heart chakra is one of those things that's always got something in there. And so I just thank you, Lao-Tzu. Thank you for whatever you are removing, and please continue to remove as much as you can. Oh, I want to read this message that Susan has here on the website about the Isis healing. The goddess Isis is a strong and powerful energy, one who wants to help you to see and to accept your own power, one who would empower you to achieve all that you hope and to move you forward from a place of apathy. Apathy will hold you back, make you feel that you are stuck. It will pull you from the things that you are capable of. Apathy is brought about by doubt, by fear, by feelings that you are not enough, that you cannot do what is needed. These emotions are the impact of wounding held within your energy, a repeated pattern of thought, a habit of behavior, a path that has allowed your soul to feel safe, but also like it is in a cage. It is a barrier that would restrict you. It is a place that would hold you prisoner, blocking you from seeing the true glory of your soul. So, this is really about connecting you with your own power and with your own passion. Because if you feel apathetic, if you feel like you just don't have the motivation, then that's a block on your divine masculine energy, because motivation and ambition and action, that's all divine masculine. So we need to make sure that there's a flow there for that energy in order for you to accomplish everything you're supposed to accomplish in this lifetime. Okay. So if you're interested in that session, I'll include a link down below. If you have questions about the session, feel free to leave something in the comments, or you can email us either way. And I'm just going to check in on Lao-Tzu. I feel like you're done. Are you? You know, it's nice. It almost feels like this is funny. It feel it feels like he put a band-aid on me, like a giant band-aid. And the reason I say this is it feels like there's this like really gentle, soothing energy. It's not like super strong. It doesn't feel like, Mother Mary is like radiating her energy. It just feels like just a little band-aid. Like, hey, I took it all out. I bandaged you up. Thank you. You done with everybody else? And this is it? They're not going to feel stuff afterwards? Okay. So whatever work Lao-Tzu did, he has completed it for you. So you shouldn't feel things after this video is over, but so just so you know, he will have completed the work. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. two things. So I just want to throw this out there in general. There are certain sessions that are very beneficial for all light workers, and I haven't tuned in to November's energy yet, but protection, yeah, protection is kind of coming through as something that is beneficial to keep in mind during that month. So we have an entire section of our website. It's free, an entire section of our website that talks to you about protection, talks to you about crystals that you can use, Amanda Ellis sprays that you can use, um, resins and herbs that you can use. Like, we have all kinds of things over there. Also, services wise, if you are interested in doing the protection and blessing service, this is like a protective amulet, essentially. Thank you. So this is how I know this is important for you guys. I could feel um an attempted energetic attack just now because I could feel the pressure coming down on my crown, and I just asked Odin to fix it, and he blocked it. So whenever there's an energy that wants to block me from saying something, I know it's relevant for all of you. So any of you who do not have, if you do not have a protective amulet, or if you don't want to always wear your protective amulet, if you're like, hey, I just want this programmed into my energy, I can do that for you. So it's called protection and blessings. So I program that energy into your energy body, and it stays with you. It's always with you, and it will stay with you lifetime after lifetime. It doesn't like disappear over time or disappear because you pass away. It stays with your soul. Um, unless you go to someone else to have it removed, which would be kind of insane. So, but anyways, um, so I can do that protection and blessings for you if you are interested in it. Um, what I want to say to you though is that I want to talk to you about the black magic protection and blessing session, because that that session is so important for light workers because we all have this history with magic. And so even if we're not really into magic in this lifetime, we could still be holding the effects of those past lifetimes that interferes with this lifetime. So if you've never had that session, half of that session is me doing protections. So half of that session is either me programming jewelry for you to protect you, or me programming your energy body to protect you. But the other half of it is like removing hexes and removing black magic energy cords and these things that are just problematic for all of us. Like, this is one of those sessions that's universally beneficial. So if you don't have any protection, please consider doing protection and blessings, or I have just like a separate amulet service, or really, I would encourage you to consider the black magic session so that I can do the protections on you, but also I can clear all the stuff that's holding you back. So you get the best of both worlds. And the protections are going to block any future black magic attempts. And so the more you wake up, the more you shine your light, the more easily you are recognized by darker souls, the more susceptible you are to these attacks. And it's kind of wild because, you think, man, like, I'm a nice person, I'm a good person, I mind my own business, I don't bother anyone. But it's not even about that, because um it's happening on a soul level. That person, that body that sends you the hex might not even be consciously aware that they are sending it. The problem with that person is that they've chosen to have thoughts that are not at a high vibration. And so they have lower vibrational thoughts. And if they decide that they don't like you, they don't like something about you, and they keep thinking about it, that's sufficient, that's enough for them to get this energetic attachment. And it is the energetic attachment, the entity, that uses their physical body to send this hex out. And so they'll do this while this person is sleeping. They don't know they're doing it, not consciously. They know they don't like you, but they're not trying to send you a hex. But this is why it's important to be in control of our thoughts, to have awareness of our thoughts, and to continue to come back to a place of more love and more compassion for people, even the people who drive us crazy, who we don't agree with. But okay, so that's just what I wanted to tell all of you. If you're interested in any of those sessions, I'm going to link them in the description. Let us know. I hope you enjoyed the channeled message from Lao-Tzu, and this guy's next. Lord Maitreya. His message is next. He's brand new for me. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.